Hey guys, how is it going? Mario here. Tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. UK time, Chelsea face off against Luton in what is our first match of the Carabao Cup run this year. We start off in the second round because, as you well know, we finished 10th, so we didn't get any European competitions. And the teams that do not start in a European competition start in the second round. So here we are. We're playing against Luton. They are in the third division, so they're in League One. They were in the Premier League like 3, 4 seasons ago. So what a downfall it has been for Luton. But in this video, I'll preview the game. I'll try to predict the team that we'll use tomorrow. I think this is a hard task given the fact that we don't know how Xabi Alonso will approach the cup games. It's his first season, so we're not quite familiar. We also have a lot of transfer rumors going around, so I also take a look at the latest news. Now, let's start off with my predicted 11 for the game. And I have a few questions that I want to pose first. The first one is how much will Alonso rotate? This is our first cup game under Alonso, so we still haven't seen how his approach when it comes to cup games will be. But we are not in any European competition, so I would assume that we are gonna try and have big runs, deep runs in the cups, just so the season doesn't feel like a failure like Manchester United's last season. I believe they went out in the very first opportunity that they had to go out of the cups, so they played a 40-game season, something like this. Now, yes, this gave them the chance to focus on the Premier League, but it must have been an empty feeling just playing once a week, not even a cup game to look up to. So, yeah, I don't want that for Chelsea. I want us to go deep in the cups. So, I think we'll rotate. It's Luton at the end of the day. They're in third league, so we should be able to beat them with rotated squad. But I don't think we'll use a lot of academy players. Now, I know Reggie Watson yesterday didn't play for the under 21, so maybe he's in the squad and maybe he gets used. But I don't know. I don't think we'll see a lot of the academy players. The starting 11 that I've gone with, you can see that there are basically none. When I was building the 11, I struggled a little bit with the defense. So a question that I have is, do we stick with 3-4-3 or do we just try a 4 at the back formation for the cup games? I'm not sure. I've built a 3-4-3 formation. Now, the final question that I have is, does he trust Enzo and Neto to start? Because it was surprising that at least Enzo didn't start the Fulham game. And I'm assuming it's because of all the transfer speculation that's going around. But I've put them in this squad because, as I said, it's a bit of a struggle to pick an 11, a fully rotated one. And I wasn't able to pick a fully rotated one, especially in defense, as you can see. Now I've gone with Mike Penders in goal. As I said in my review, Sanchez wasn't great against Fulham, so I would be giving a chance to Penders, see how he performs. Can he challenge for the number one spot? These are questions that need to be answered. Now, in defense, I've gone with Josh on the right, Hato as the left-sided center back, and Lacroix in the middle. I was struggling once again. I'm not sure if we want to use Anselmino. Is he even fit? I think he got injured, but we haven't heard anything from Xabi, so I'm assuming he's injured, so I haven't picked him. And Fofana is suspended. I am assuming we don't want to risk Cowell, so I think the defense just picks itself. We also don't want to put Reece there because why would you risk him against Luton? So yeah, overall I think Hato, Legrand, Achampong will be the starting defense for this game. On the wing-back positions, I've gone with Chavaria as the left-sided one. I think he needs to start this game so he gets some minutes under his belt and he shows us what he can do. On the right side, I've gone with Neto. Now we saw Gusto start against Fulham. I'm assuming Neto will start now, but it could very easily be Cuenda there. So we'll see what Alonso chooses to do. In midfield, I've gone with the Argentinian duo Barco and Enzo. Now, I do believe Barco will start this game, but as for Enzo, first of all, I don't know if Alonso will want to use him when his mind is at Manchester City, basically. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Maybe we see Watson there. Maybe a Sugu gets used. Maybe we just use Lavia or James. I don't think we will use James or Lavia, to be honest, because Lavia has also struggled with injuries. But the two that I've gone with is Barco and Enzo. Up front, I struggled a little bit. I've chosen Cuenda on the left, Esteval on the right, and Welbeck up front. Now, I think Welbeck should start because Jackson, there are transfer rumors. We know we're trying to ship him off. And Mega is injured, so it just has to be Welbeck unless we decide to use Joao Pedro, but I don't think so. Behind him, Cuenda, it could very easily be Cuenda as a right wing back and then Gittens in that position, which now that I think about is maybe what I should have gone with, but I'll stick with Neto and Cuenda for these positions. Estevao, I think, will start the game. He needs to impress. Now, we know our attack was really impressive in the Fulham game. Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers, Joao Pedro. It will be hard for Estevao to get a lot of minutes this season, but we still need him to be fit, to be ready to go from the bench. If we're struggling in a game, he brings us something that nobody else really does. So I would like to see Estevao play this game. Now, as for a score prediction, I think we'll be winning this game fairly comfortably. Now, it has been back-to-back relegations for Luton, which is not great, obviously. They're in League One. So I'll go with a 4-1. I think we'll score a lot of goals, but I can see us concede as well. So 4-1. And yeah, let's continue with the video and the transfer news. So the big one is that Omari Kellyman has been sold. The fee is reportedly around 6 million euros. We sold him to Strasbourg, which, as you know, is our sister club. And we brought him 2 years ago from Aston Villa for around 20 million. So we're running on a loss in this deal, but we've included a buyback option. So if he impresses a lot, maybe this is not the end of Omari Kellyman at Chelsea. We'll see. I wish him the best of luck, of course. But this is a sign of the clear out that has been happening and that is continuing to happen. As you all know, there is a lot more to come. Yesterday we got Leon Delap's Here We Go from Fabrizio, so I'll soon talk about him leaving. Well, once it's officially been confirmed, he's going to Nottingham Forest and will be getting like 50 million pounds, which is a great deal, I think. We've also sent Mamadou Sarr on loan. We've gotten the Here We Go. Again, I'll cover this once it's been officialized. And the transfer window is still not over. There is still time, and a lot of reporters are saying that City will bid for Enzo, and this could happen today. Matter of fact, it could have happened already once you watch the video. Another point that I have is Jackson to Villa. Now, there are some speculations that because of the Morgan Rogers deal and how the rules are, we'll be selling Jackson to Villa at deadline day because that's when the period ends or something like this. Now, I'm not really familiar with that, but I just wanted to bring it up. So maybe that's why we're not really seeing any movement for Jackson. But if everything is gonna happen on deadline day anyway, I think the clubs will agree on a fee beforehand, and Jackson will also agree on the personal terms side with Villa before that. So I'm expecting there to be movement around Jackson and Villa on deadline day, but we'll see. Maybe another club decides to join in the race. Now, as for Neto, the rumors have gone down when it comes to Pedro Neto, but Alonso didn't start him, and I thought Neto played fairly well in the preseason games. Maybe he just sees Gusto as a better fit on that right side, or maybe there is still something going on around Pedro Neto. We also saw the confrontation he had with Reece James, so yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, soon enough, we'll get to know the fate of all the unknown players that we have: Pedro Neto, Jackson, Enzo. Once these deals have been officialized, I'll make separate videos where I cover each and every single one of them, so there is no need to worry. Yeah, guys, I'll be wrapping up the video here. If you managed to get this far, please leave a like for the video, subscribe if you're new around here. Go down to the comments and tell me what you think about the whole Enzo situation. Will we finally be seeing his back? Will Manchester City actually put some money where their mouth is? Will he get to join Enzo Maresca? Does he even have to join Enzo Maresca? I think we're in for a better season than Manchester City, but we'll see. We'll see how things develop. Just let me know what you think about it. And I'll be making a video. It's gonna be a review for the Luton game, and I'll be seeing you in it. So remember to keep the blue flag flying high, and thank you guys.